everyone, I'm Grahtles, and today I'm really doing a beginner's tutorial on how to use your controls on the PS4 to navigate through City Skylines. So today I'm just going to go to New Game. I'm going to press the X button. New Map, press the X button. And now if you use your left stick, you can navigate through different maps. On the right hand side, you'll see your natural resources, your water, your outside connections, your base theme, and your suitable area for building. So on the natural resources end, the top is oil, the next is ore, the next is farming, and the bottom is forest. The water is self-explanatory, that just is the water surrounding you. Your outside connections on the bottom is roads, railroads, and then you have waterways and airways, so airplanes and stuff like that. So now if we go and use our left stick, we can select a map. We can name that city by clicking the X. Once you click the X, you can use your square button to erase the name. You can use your L2 to capitalize it. Then you can navigate with either your D-pad or your left stick through the keyboard. You can use your triangle to make a space, or your square button to delete. You could put your name in. Once you're done, instead of going down to done, all you have to do is click on your R2 button and it'll place your name. Now using your left stick, you're going to go down to next. If you live in an area where there's left-hand traffic and you want to use left-hand traffic, you would select left-hand traffic. It's automatically on right-hand traffic, and you're going to click next. Up top here is random disasters, and that's only with the natural disasters DLC. You have dynamic weather. That is just for raining, storms. I usually leave it off when I'm building. You have a daytime nighttime cycle, which is exactly what it says. It'll turn from day to night and night to day. I leave that off also. It's easier to build during the day. And these are if you want to unlock any cheats, but we're not going to do that today. So we're just going to navigate down to start and click the X button. Once your map loads, press down on the left stick and it'll pause your game. Now using your D-pad, you're going to move from the inspector to the roads and select the X button. If you want to go back, you can press your circle. It'll bring you back. If you navigate through on your D-pad, you can click other things once they open. If you click on your right stick, it'll give you a little description of what they are. Then you can press the circle to go back. You can go and click the D-pad up, and it'll give you more, and you can navigate through with your D-pad. As you can see, we only have one road available. And then you click your circle to go back. Once you're in your roads, if you have it on this view, you can use your L1 and R1 to go through the top list. And right now we have nothing available. So we're going to go ahead and place this one road and find where you want to place it and press X. Move either to the right, the left, up, down, basically anywhere you want. You can rotate it any way. With your left stick, place a piece of road using your X. Then use your square button and then press the X to delete it. Then click your circle to go back. Once you've done that, you can see we've opened up new roads. And now that we've opened up new roads, you could just take a look at what you have. We have a gravel road for $20. We have a 2-lane one-way road for $40. We have the 2-lane road for $40. Using my R1, I'm going to click over, and I now have a 4-lane road. R1, and I have a 6-lane road. I don't have any highways, but I do have access to a small roundabout. So now I'm just going to go over to my gravel roads. They are cheap. And I'm just going to place this from one to the other. So basically I'm just going to click my X, slide it over, and press X again. So now that's giving me a marker of a 4x4 with these 4 little squares in between here. So now what I can do is I can go into my 4-lane roads and I can match it up right directly in the middle, and I can pull it out as long as I want it. So we're just going to come down here. Each one of these is 10. If you go midway, you'll get the line that pops out right there. So that's half. So for this, we're going to just come down maybe by 5. So that's 50. And then we're going to go back to our 2-lane roads and connect our highway with these one-way roads. Now I'm going to delete the gravel road in between by pressing the square, highlighting it, and pressing X. So while you're in your roads, if you push on your triangle, you can navigate with your left stick around to see different road types. So you can curve it, make it straight, freeform it. This is just snapping options. This is for angles. This is for road length. This is for your grid. This is your road guidelines. And this is your elevation. So you click the circle to get out. So if you want to upgrade roads, so I'm just going to do a little bit of a gravel road off from here. I got to go back to my straight by clicking the triangle and pushing up on my left stick. I'm going from a node here, and I'm just going to come out to, say, here. So now if I click on my triangle and go to upgrade, I can go press the circle back, go back to my 2-lane roads, and just highlight over the gravel and upgrade it to that type of road. So now if you noticed, these roads are thinner than these roads. So what that means is if you upgrade after you've zoned in here, so I'm going to go to my zoning tool. This zoning is low density residential, low density commercial, and industrial. Let's just zone in just a little bit of residential. As you can see, it's filling the whole thing up. I'm going to press on my triangle and I'm going to use select. So I'm just going to push up with my left stick, and now I can select. So if I put it in this square right here, hold the triangle button down and move my left stick, I can just fill out a small section, or as much as I want, or as big as I want. If I use my triangle and use this large brush, it'll give me this, and this would fill in the whole thing. If I use my square button while the thing is highlighted, just like this, it will de-zone anything there. So I'm just going to de-zone it. So now I'm going to go back, press my triangle, and go to my small one. And I'm just going to fill in, say, this much. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my roads. I'm going to go into my 4-lane roads, and I'm going to upgrade right here. And as you can see, it's going to take away a square on each side. So it's going to make this a different size now. So now when I go back into my zoning, I would have to refill it. So the thing is, if you already have houses or commercial buildings placed in, and you upgrade your roads to a 4-lane highway from a 2-lane, you're going to lose all those houses and buildings. So you want to be careful early on to make sure you place the roads that you really want, and don't upgrade to your 4 lanes, because you will lose a lot of your population. So I'm just going to delete this. I'm not starting a new city, I just want to talk you through all your options. Here's your electricity. It works the same way. Basically, this is to run electricity. And what I meant by it's the same way, it's pretty much how you navigate through your roads. So if I was to put down let's just go to gravel roads, and we're going to go back up to straight. We're going to come across just like that. We're going to go to our electricity options. This would be a wind turbine. Now, as you can see, your map has different colors, and this is the intensity in which your wind would blow. So if you placed it here, you would get 7 megawatts. Place it here, you get 6 and 5 and 3, depending on where you place it. If you were to go to here, this is a coal power plant. If you were to place this, it needs to be placed by a road where the wind does not. And once you run this, you would have to run power to wherever your zoning is, because it has to reach it. So if I were to zone in over here, I need my electricity to run from here to where I just zoned. So now I'm going to go back into my electricity. This is my electrical power, and I would run this down like so. And then if I check where my zoning is, it would reach my zoning. So the next thing I want to show you is water. If you go into your water, you have your water pumping station or your water tower. Water tower can be placed anywhere within your map, but you do not want to put it on polluting ground, and this power plant would pollute. If you look into here and press your right stick, you'll see it has a pollution rating of 50. So you definitely don't want to put your water on top of it. Next, we have a water pumping station. That needs fresh water, and it has to be placed along the edge of your land. It has to be placed upstream, meaning these triangles right here tell you which way your water flows. Now, if you put a sewer pipe in before your pumping stream, so if I put my water here and I went back here to get sewer, my sewer would be flowing into my fresh water. So you have to make sure your sewer is downstream. like so. So now once these are in, they're going to need to connect to water pipes. So your fresh water would connect to your sewer, and then you would need to run water pipes to your residence. So we have residence here, so this would have to go into here. So now if you were running an efficient line, you could run it straight, come over by 460, and that would give you no overlap. Let me just get a better view here. And there's no overlap. So now I have water to my residence. I have power. If you have these right here, the blue indicates that it needs power. So in order to get power to them, you would also have to run your power lines. Sometimes they don't line up with the street, so you'd have to run it like that. So this is completely inefficient. If you want to see how to start a new city and maintain a budget, please watch my how-tos on how to start a new city. This was just basically to walk you through the controls on the PS4 to get you started. So if you like my content and would like to see more, please click the like button and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.